what do I have to do to improve who I am to like make my life better for myself and my family? Because this isn't working. And that place led me to Dave Ramsey. So my wife and I, we had at this point in time in life, we had credit cards, we still had student loans, and we had zero financial education, like none. We were financially illiterate. We just were. So we did this Dave Ramsey class. I went through the course, the church. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. No more margarita night on the credit card. And so we started cleaning up, things that way. And we're late 30s at this point in time. And so we get to a place where we're debt free, like do the Dave Ramsey, woo, we're debt free. And we start getting to the end of that road, and I'm reading Dave Ramsey, and I'm like, he's smart and he's a mentor, like I'm following his guidance. And I kept hearing this message of like, just stick it out for another 10, 20, 30 years. That's kind of the message, right? Like, be conservative, don't splurge. When you retire, all this, it's very boring. For someone who's wired like me, type A, and want to do some things, experience some things, and I just like, it was not good. It didn't resonate with me, this message. I'm like, man, there's got to be something more to life, because I'm listening to him, and how am I receiving the Dave Ramsey message? Well, okay, I've been at Ecolab 4 or 5 years. Maybe I could stick it out another 20. Those are the thoughts going on in my head. And they were driving me crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, man, there's got to be something else. So we didn't have any money. So I began seeking information, going to the bookstores. I discovered 2 things. I've discovered some books on real estate, and discovered Rich Dad Poor Dad, and also discovered a Tony Robbins audio series. And so I remember driving to work, and I would put in this CD, driving in my car, going to work every day, where I would be sitting this is on Clay Road from Highway. If you ever go on Highway 6 from Clay Road to the Beltway at around 7 a.m. in the morning, anybody do that? That can be an hour some days. And then you still got to get to the med center. So I'm having an hour and a half. And I'm like, I'm just ditching the radio. So I started listening to audio cassettes. Changed my life. Because I started hearing things I'd never heard before. And I started to like, maybe I can change my situation. Maybe I can change my future. And I was a victim, to be honest. Like, I was letting life happening to me rather than me creating what I want to create. And everybody in here, you're creators. Whether you think it or not, like, you are creators. You have to believe that to be. So I started listening to Tony Robbins, and then I started listening to Robert Kiyosaki. Okay. And so he explained things in a way like, I understand that. Okay, I understand it to where I think I can do that. And so that's what we're going to be doing today, is I'm going to break this down to where you believe in yourself. Since we're talking about mindset, like injecting that belief into you with the right action steps and the right things that you can do to take, like, I can do that. So with that information, I'm like, I think I can do this. I think I can do this. I think I can. I think I can. I'm listening to Tony Robbins, like, I'm just yelling and screaming in my car. Guys next to me like, who's this freak? I'm like, I'm like, Tony Robbins. And I get to the point, this is into 2006, like, I'm just going to do this. And I got a vision.